Hello and welcome to the round 6 review. We are all back from the prison that is South Australia, and what a week of football when you get out of the shithole. Sorry, I don't mean that. I mean, part of me does mean it, but also we've had a lot better footy this week where we're not all stuck in the Barossa than last week. But anyway, I digress. We'll start off with just a quick, short little announcement. I'd turned 24 on Thursday night, the same night as Carlton Collingwood. What a fucking present to me. Whoever lost, I won. I won with whoever lost. On my birthday, who cares? This was a stinker. This actually just sucked. And again, I don't know if Collingwood are pretenders or contenders. They are just playing football to get 4 points and fuck off and leave at the end of the day. Carlton played okay football. They weren't terrible, but in saying that, a lot of games against Collingwood are high contest, low scoring, so it's kind of hard to tell if they're playing bad or if it's just a sloppy contest, heavy match. Obviously, the biggest story coming out of this game is Elijah Hollands. He didn't look all right on the field. I will do a comparison to Harrison Petty, who also played out a majority of the game with a late onset concussion. As soon as Blake Howes realised something was wrong with Petty, immediately called over the medical staff. How every single blue on the ground and off the ground, in terms of like the club, let him play out the game is absurd to me. Not a single person thought he wasn't alright. But all the footage from the fans, from Fox Footy, from Seven, he just didn't look like he should have been there. And the thing is as well, we don't know what's going on there, but Voss has spoken to him during a quarter time at some stage. I don't know if he just masked it well to Voss, but surely we just pull the plug. There's just too much going on at Carlton where we are just making it worse for ourselves, I fear. But I hope that Elijah Hollands was all right. I know reports out of the club that he had a mental episode or a mental health episode. And then fucking Caro, he's drinking alcohol. Look, I don't know. I'm not in the sphere, obviously. I sit in my lounge room and just review the matches. But I think it's been blown out of proportion a little bit. Especially with the way the media is treating it. At the same time, without the media, Carlton probably would have played him again. Let's just be real. Pies get it done by 5 points. Bit of a nothing game. Biggest crowd of the week though, obviously 2 of the big 4, so to be expected, but just it didn't have a lot in it. Like there was no real physicality as far as I remember. It just kind of existed. It was an okay game. Then we move on to the Friday doubleheader, starting with Geelong and the Dogs down at GMHBA. Fuck, I hate GMHBA. It's literally just Adelaide Oval. Just Adelaide Oval in the Frankston of the West. Again, I don't know what's going on with the Dogs. They looked good for a couple weeks, and now we're in injury scare territory. Essendon of last year. Sam Darcy's out with ACL. That looked bad. That footage looked bad. No one near him. He just collapsed, crumpled to the ground. That is not what you want to see at all. Jeremy Cameron kicked 10 of the 19. Fuck me, man. Like, can the guy tone it down a little? Like, Holman, we can chill out. Ed Richards, I said last week that we need to just let him rest because he's just getting injured. Like, there's too many injury scares for him. Played out a full game, played it very, very well. That's probably the shining light in the loss for the Dogs is Ed Richards played out a full game and had 30 disposals. Besides that, again, it was a bit of a nothing game. I kept switching between that and the next one, which is Sydney and GWS, the Sydney Derby. Sydney get the job done. Lightning strikes, pissing with rain, delay. GWS didn't want to be there. They played like absolute horse. Again, Brodie Grundy had a legacy game. He's just having a legacy game every week from the looks of it. That's terrifying. It's a terrifying concept because he hasn't really been doing that since maybe like 2015 when he was at the Pies. So the fact that he's getting almost 30 disposals and 37 hit-outs. The guy is fucked. We are fucked. GWS just looked fumbly. All day they looked fumbly. They just could not get the game on their own terms at all. So I don't know if they just won last week because it was the Tigers. Because when they had all those ins last week, went, oh, we're back. We're going to start seeing some... They're going to start steadying out, leveling out. I don't think we are anymore. I think they might just be beating bottom sides and that might just be it. Then we go to a make me feel better game on Saturday, which was Gold Coast Essendon. I wanted the Dons to win this so bad, so it didn't make Melbourne look as bad. Fuckers lost by 9 points. I'm still angry about it. Track comes back. You got Track and Rowell in there. And Humphrey. I wholeheartedly think they just didn't play because of Melbourne. Track kicked 3-1. This 6-month kicking instructor strikes again. Could not do that for fucking years. Don't get me started. Anyway, this game was actually fun to watch. If you're an Essendon supporter, I take that as a second win for the season, to be honest with you. Not every team can beat Gold Coast, but then again, fucking Melbourne just lose. We make bad teams look good. And Essendon is a bad team, and I fucking stand by that. Essendon are a bad team. They're just our hoodoo team. There's nothing I can do about that. Suns, as soon as it's at people first, it's a fucking fortress. They start putting foot to throat up there. Anywhere else, go fuck yourself. And then we've got Hawks Port. This one, another close game. We had 2 back-to-back close ones, and that was a fantastic way to start your Saturday, I reckon. Hawks get it done by 3 points. Hawthorn, and I've said it for the last couple of weeks, they're just that team that they kick at the sticks, does not matter where it goes. Because, yes, bad kicking is bad football, but if you're putting it on the score the whole time and you end up winning by 3 points because you kick 11 behinds, a win is a win. Georgiades kicks it, Port win, and they're back in the winner's book. Probably one of their better games since Hinkley left. I can't lie. There was a lot of cohesion there, and considering the run that Hawthorn's kind of been on, Hawthorn aren't top 4, definitely top 8. The fact that Port aren't playing great football and they're putting it up to the Hawthorn at Marvel, you take it, I suppose. Saturday was literally just games dictated by a kick and a bit. Adelaide, St Kilda, Adelaide Oval, 103 Adelaide to 102 St Kilda. Fuck, this game was incredible. Realistically, for the ladder, I didn't care who won. It was just a tight contest the whole time. I hate to say it because I'm a St Kilda despiser, but maybe $7 million is starting to make its appearance in its wealth, in its worth. They're kicking now. 15-12, 15-13. That Mitch always kicked that goal with 30 seconds left. They were not getting it out of the centre. I hate to break it to you, but that Adelaide midfield, as soon as I saw always kick that goal, I went, fuck, they're fucked. Can they get it out there in 30 seconds? Absolutely not. The Adelaide midfield is here and St Kilda's is there. In my mind, I knew Adelaide had won it regardless, but it was an entertaining watch the whole time, which is all you can really ask for. Condolences to Jordan Dawson and the Dawson family. Never want to receive that sort of news ever. Yeah, watching Dawes in the box bawl his eyes out, fuck, I almost cried. He's such a good bloke. From, not that I know Jordan Dawson personally, because I absolutely do not, but from the media that I've seen about Jordan Dawson, he's just a top guy. Losing your brother, I could not imagine it. So condolences to the Dawsons. Then we start going into Sunday. North Melbourne, Richmond. I know Richmond's in a rebuild. We are expecting them to get pelted. Just not by North. I know that North aren't playing bad, by the way. North are playing really good football at the moment at this current stage. Every game they've played, they have shown up regardless of result. We get to a point. We get to a point where kicking 1-7 in a quarter just sets you up for fucking failure. And then that becomes 2-12 and you end 7-13. That is a very Melbourne scoreline. I feel for the Tigers. I do. But the thing is as well, North just did not take the foot off the gas. They kicked 5 goals for 2 quarters each. The end of first quarter, 5-3. Second quarter, 10-3. dead-eyed dicks, man. They did not miss every opportunity that came their way in that second quarter. They ended up 2010. You haven't seen a scoreline from that from North Melbourne in fucking years. I'm pretty sure statistically this is the best start to a season that North Melbourne have had in a decade. If my facts are right. If my sources are correct. But it was a bit of a nothing game after halftime. Like, the momentum that North had going into halftime, you just knew you were about to witness a massacre. Then we got a highlight of the round for me. I know last week I was a bit down in the dumps because fucking Essendon. Some worm crawled into my brain and started whispering to me saying that we would beat Brisbane. And so I'm sitting here on my couch, prime slot for Melbourne, 3:15, and getting a bit rowdy, getting a bit stupid in my house. As soon as we got a bit of a sniff in that first quarter where it was all tied up, I went, fuck, we've never been tied in the first quarter before. We normally just are down. I went, shit, this could go anywhere. We haven't been equal or above for a first quarter all year. And then we go down at halftime. And much like when we versed Carlton, I was a bit angry. I was a little bit on the shits. And then I went and got a burrito, which is the exact same thing I did against Carlton. But instead of going to Zambrero's, I went to GYG. I got a Caesar Cali burrito. Don't get the Cali. It makes fucking no difference. You don't taste the chips. Anyway, enough about the burrito. I come back. I'm eating the burrito. It's the third quarter. And I'm not saying a word because I'm eating and we're kicking goals. So in my mind, I'm going, if I speak, we are cooked. Melbourne kicked 6 in the third. And I'm like, fuck, we're back. We are so back. And I think it's in the third quarter, Jacob Van Ruin takes a beautiful mark on Harris Andrews. Oh, I think I saw heaven. Holy fuck. I've waited years for Van Ruin to just come into his own, start taking clunks, and he's a dead-eyed dick too. He fucking hardly misses anymore. 4 years ago, dude, even last year, he'd take it and he'd just fucking squiff it. Not anymore. Helps when you've got a fucking good team environment around you. He just looks great in the air aerially. He can take a big mark when he needs to. I'm watching him bend down on the wing to get the fucking ball. What the? It just looks great. And then last quarter, fuck. My partner, my fiance, he's sitting here and he goes, I'm gonna leave the room because I think I'm jinxing them. So he went into the study and I'm standing. I could not sit down because literally against Gold Coast, I was up, down, up, down, up, down. Last quarter of this game, I stood up for 30 minutes. I did not sit down on my couch. And then I started pacing because I'm just an absolute moron. When that ball slipped through Harry Sharp's fingers, I think I saw my life flash before my eyes. I'm like, fuck, I've seen these guys just score in 30 seconds. It's so possible. They went down the line and the siren went and I fucking screamed. I screamed. I think everyone in the suburb knows I support Melbourne. Not even my street. I think I'm too loud for the street. I think the whole fucking suburb knows. Oh, that's a winner for the ages. Cade Chandler had a life game. Latrell Pickett spotting Van Ruin by himself in the 50 and waits to kick perfectly. Oh my God. I used to fucking pray for times like these. I'm not even that religious, but I used to pray for times like these. I love beating Brisbane. I fucking hate the Lions. Who gives a fuck they won 2 in a row? They can't beat us. Anyway, we just gotta move on. I could talk about that game all fucking day. Moving on, we've got the last derby, the Western Derby, at Optus Stadium. I think we all knew the outcome of it too. Like, going from the Melbourne-Brisbane game to end your Sunday night on West Coast Fremantle, it's like you're at the top of the roller coaster and you immediately hit the floor. I mean, 56 points isn't the worst margin that could have come out of this game. Freo cannot put teams away They are too inaccurate in front of goal. So that's my concern with them being flag favourites. They are constantly kicking 12 and above behinds. I don't know what's going on out there. But the game was just a showing of how many games you got under your belt, basically. Who have all been there for a couple of years now. They've got a good mesh, excluding Cox, who just fucking arrived at the door like a lost dog. And then you've got West Coast, who are these kids, literal children, who are being babysat by 4 blokes. Who do you think's going to win? Jordan Clark had game of life. I saw a couple of clips of him from the Fremantle podcast, the official Fremantle Football Club podcast. The guy's funny. And then he goes out, does that, he's got a baby on the way. Gee whiz. Just ticking all the boxes, Jordan Clark. Dogger had another... I miss Dogger. Freo just looked better. They just looked better. You know what is getting annoying though? Watching Patrick Voss just be a tool. I can't even be like, oh, he's just being devil's advocate. Haha, that's funny. Just a dick. He's lucky he didn't give away a few 50s. The fact that he kept pushing these kids from West Coast on the ground while they are already down, a miracle, really. This was a far better weekend of football than last week. I'm sorry. Host the gather around somewhere else, because everyone can play better when it's not in Adelaide, excluding Adelaide. A great week of football overall. What's next week? Anzac. Holy shit. Oh no. Not to be superstitious. Not to be superstitious. I can't have people in my house when Melbourne are playing, and I'm hosting a triple threat birthday. Me and 2 of my girlfriends. Because I have a house, and we're doing a sleepover on Friday. Oh shit, Melbourne are playing. Guys, if Melbourne lose, I will take the blame. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's hope that Melbourne don't lose. Anyway, I hope your team won. I'm wrapped. Fucking hate Brisbane. Anyway, I'll see you all next week for the recap. See ya.